Hey, it's Kevin. Thank you so much for coming by for the No BS social media chat. I saw something online the other day, and take it with a grain of salt now, that made me chuckle, but it also made me ponder. And I read an article, I don't remember what the news source was, it was an online article, that said, according to Facebook, we need to be posting more and not less. And I chuckled and said, of course, Facebook wants you to post more. The more you post, the more you engage, the more ads will be seen by people, the more money they will make. That makes sense. But I think it's always a good time, especially as we enter into a new year, when we think about the importance of how often we post and what the right number is. I think the one thing that I struggle with myself, that I know my clients struggle with, is figuring out what that right number is. What's the right amount to post on a regular basis? And as I always say, I mean, the biggest thing is to be consistent. Now, that's not to say you post 4 things on Facebook a day, and if you post 3, oh my gosh, you have to have your hand slapped. That's not what I mean at all. What I'm talking about is trying to figure out what that sweet spot is, trying to figure out what's the right number. I've got some friends, some business associates who post up to 20 times, 25 times a day on Facebook. I'll be honest with you, I think it's too much. But then if you're somebody like me, once or twice a day, max on Facebook, that may be too little, because I've noticed my engagement isn't where I would like it to be. Now again, I don't focus necessarily on my social media efforts, I focus more on those of my clients, but trying to find that sweet spot for them, trying to find out what's best for them is most important. And what's funny is, as we talk about this has not changed since the beginning of social media. Sure, back in the old days, we used to just vomit, and I mean that figuratively, on MySpace. We would basically tell everybody what we were doing. Oh, had to go to the bathroom. Oh, just ate a peanut butter sandwich. Oh, did this. Oh, did that. And we overshared. Now, as social media gets more established, gets older, the one thing that hasn't changed is, well, I guess the oncoming fatigue. With anything, you know, kid gets a toy at Christmas time, plays with it the first couple of weeks. By the 3rd or 4th week, he's probably not playing with it as much, let alone if any. Same thing comes with social media. Something we did so much at one time is worn off. It's tougher to get people engaged now on social media than ever before. I can throw something on throw something up on YouTube, and in the old days, 100, 200 people immediately. Now, if it gets 5 or 10, I'm lucky, because there are so many more people throwing things up on YouTube. There's so much more content to filter through. I think sometimes we just get lost in the shuffle. And if we don't hit the right algorithms on the right sites, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or even on Instagram and YouTube, we get lost in the shuffle. Something to think about. Finding your sweet spot. Should it be more? Should it be less? And how do you know? Experimentation. We talked about this time and time again. Figure out what your sweet spot is. Figure out how often your fans want to hear from you. Got an artist who's like, well, I like to post once or twice a day, but I usually like to do it later because I get more response. I'm like, yeah, but you may be missing out on something, and as you keep adding more fans, you don't know what their sweet spot is. Now, it's one thing if you've got a static number of Facebook fans and the numbers don't grow, then you don't have to worry about it. But if the numbers evolve, if the numbers change, perhaps your fan base is evolving too, and you need to change with the times. You need to adjust. It's always a world of experimentation. Back next week, another No BS social media chat. NoBSSocial.com, the website for all the social media videos here from 2018 on back. As well, if you want to find them on YouTube, you want to find them on Facebook, we also have them posted there as well. Again, I don't care where you watch. I don't care where you share them. I just ask you to come on back again next week, same time, same place, and watch for another No BS social media update. If you'd like to reach out one-on-one, that's what it's all about. My email address, my phone number, coming up here at the end of the video. Thanks so much. Have a great week and a great year.